Hey, what's up, everybody? HTG Brian back with some more Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Today we've got Stalgasin Hive Free Roam, which is part of that planet Geonosis. Hopefully I said both of those things closest to being correct. And if you look down at the collectibles, we got 25 Kyber bricks, 3 character tokens, a couple of ship tokens, and of course that data card. Now there are a few other things laying around, like for example there is a Wookiee here, but we're going to pass him on by. And if you remember where we left off, we had just finished up Kamino Space, getting all 5 of those Kyber bricks with that comet and completing a couple of those character tasks as well, getting us a couple of character tokens. Next up, we're going to knock right next door on old Geonosis and head into Stalgasin Hive. Now, this one is a little bit of a whoop-de-woo, as there are a couple of places up high to get to, and there are multiple ways to get there. And you may not love the way we chose, and I sort of apologize for that, because it didn't feel great when I did it, but I got it done So, that being said, we do have quick links down below in the video description, and here we go. We're going to go ahead and target this brick just east of us. Now, normally we would try to get the one right behind us, because those are usually easy, but this guy was way up top, and in fact, it turns out it's the final one I get. Now, I also want to recommend that you talk to as many people offering rumors as possible, because it'll save you a lot of cheese for later. Now, I know you have multipliers on and such, but as it is, 30,000 a couple times. I mean, you get 3 of them, and it's almost 100,000 studs. That adds up really fast, you guys. So, unless you have all 10, well, all 5 of the multipliers, leaving you with a 3,840, I would recommend using the rumor option versus buying the rumors. Now, that being said, we've made our way all the way up and around, and we're going to go ahead and climb up to the top of this. I guess it's a rock top. And we're going to switch on over to a scavenger and pull out our glider and hopefully get lucky here, as this is a little bit of a stunt here. We got to actually try and land on the stud. That's my goal, except for I went a little too far to the right. But welcome to Geonosis. Hopefully you guys had the same luck that I did and got it nailed on your first try. All right, next up, we're just going to target a brick over to our east again. And there's a whole bunch of them in this little inside area. We've got like a little rock base. We'll go ahead and check that out here in a hot second. But first, we got to jump up on the baboinger and get up top and run around over to where we're going to need the net launcher. So hopefully you kept your scavenger out. We're going to go ahead and blast a couple of nets and then make our way all the way up to the top. We got a couple of handhelds we're going to yeet to. And then, of course, a couple of weeble wobbles. We'll jump and all the way to the top. And guess what? We got ourselves a copper brick. Now, honestly, if I were you, I would consider jumping down and getting that brick down to the lower left right now. I would. After going through the whole thing and choosing to not to do that one right now, I would totally go and get that one to the lower left, right behind where you landed in here. So pull out the glider and go down to the left. If you choose to follow me instead, that is totally fine. We'll actually show you another way to get up there as well. But like I said, there's a little bit of choice that needs to be made here. And in the end, I feel like that jump was probably easier than the one that I end up making at the very end. I sort of do some crazy parkour, grapplage, and, you know, you might find it easy, and you might find it kind of challenging. All right, this next brick is inside. It's actually hiding right behind a spider web. It's glowing in the corner. We'll go ahead and take out that spider. Yep, I am a little bit of an arachnophobic, so I definitely didn't want to try to sneak in there and grab it with him hanging out there. Next up, we're actually going to go ahead and make our way into the control room here. And once we do that, we should be close enough to this Kyber brick over on the inside here, which actually requires us to use a protocol droid and slide on through to the other side. This is also going to open this giant door to my right here, which is going to allow us to sneak in and swoop up a ship token. So this is kind of a double whammy in the sense that there are 2 tasks in a kind of a secret area. And I tried to cheese it and throw old C-3PO up there fully united, but it did not work. So we're going to go ahead and break him into 2. And then, of course, we'll have to lift him up not once but twice and run all the way to the end. And I think I get a funny angle here, and I think I run out. Let's see here if I remember correctly. Yep, watch that step. It's a doze. Basically, you just need to get both pieces of 3PO up in there. And then reunite them and flip some switches. Actually, we got 2 press switches or pressure-sensitive switches, as we usually call them, if I can spit that out right. It's early, guys. It's early. I apologize. Inside here, we'll go ahead and push them both down. It should open up the crate there and give us access to that Kyber brick. Then we'll go ahead and reunite and flip a switch, which will open up that door. All right, so here we go. We've got top half, lower half. I think I think I get a little ahead of myself here. We'll go ahead and step on both of the red switches, making them green. Know what I mean? And booyakashow, Kyber brick is now ours. All right, we've gone ahead and reassembled here, Avenger style. And Confederate cooperation is did. Now off to quick meeting. So if you use the quick link to get here, you're going to want to go back to the Kyber brick that we just got right before this, as it will show you the location and what to do to get in here. Once you're in here, though, just simply, flip the switch. Look at that. Open says me. Inside, we actually have one more task in order to grab that ship token. And it's pretty simple, though, and I do recommend a character using the Force, as there are 6 targets in here. And when I actually use the push force, for some reason it takes out like 2 or 3 of them. Look at that. I got 3 with 1 push, and then I yeet the saber a couple more times, and I get the remaining targets. Booyaka show! Count Dooku's Solar Sailor is officially ours. Now, we do have just a short break in between collectibles here, but the next one is going to be another ship token, basically getting us all did with the ships. And then we'll go back to some Kyber brick collecting for a bit. And, I'm always a little bit reluctant to use the push force and explode things these days, because if you guys remember, a couple of planets ago, I ended up doing that with I had 1 collectible left. There was like 40 collectibles. I had 1 collectible left, and as it turned out, I ended up destroying some, like a little hiding spot for a porg, and it revealed a porg. And because I was very adamant about not wanting to get those yet, I had to restart the whole thing. All right, next up, we've got the Nantex-class Starfighter, which is part of the batteries not included task. Now, this is got to be a reference to that old, Steven Spielberg, I believe it was. In the late 80s, early 90s, there was a movie called Batteries Not Included, and it was all about sort of, I guess, these alien ships that needed batteries, or maybe they were just toys that came to life. To be honest with you, it's been a long time since I've seen it, and it sounds like I definitely need to watch it again to get a little bit of my old man Brian brain back, because apparently I have forgotten that stuff. The old man Brian brain thing, that's a real thing. Like, when you get to a certain age, things start to, like, not being available for research anymore. Oh, man, it's overwritten. Data has been overwritten. All right, we've used the Force to not only move 1, but 2 batteries into place. You did have to go up and through that tunnel, which is a little bit of a funny angle, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and recommend you destroy all of the debris in front of this next part, because you're going to have to go ahead and lift it up, slap it on that switch there, and then you've got a timer that's going against you that's going to go ahead and basically tick down to 0. But you got to go down, up, over, down. So I guess down the hallway, up and over, and then back down. And it should slap right down on top of that pressure-sensitive switch, opening that back door, and booyakashow! That Nantex-class Starfighter is now ours. I doubt you'll ever see me fly it, but you never know. It's possible. All right, next up, I told you we're back to Kyber brick hunting, so we'll go ahead and get to getting. It looks like our next one is Kyber brick number 5, Locker Room Larks. Now, this one is actually inside a room, so you're going to have to hit the old door for the droid maintenance, which is, I guess, kind of the far right northern door on the map when you're looking at it. Not too far from where we are, but a little bit of a jaunt, so we'll go ahead and make our way out and around. And it looks like we got to go back up. I already talked to him. If it's blue, you're good to go. I had a little bit of a Brian fart. Oh, no, I guess I was just switching, because that's right. There is another one up top here. That's right. I forgot. There is a rumor at the top of the hill here. We're going to go ahead and talk to Buddy. What you got? What you got? Oh, Locker Room Lark. So he's actually giving us the tip to where we are now headed. So all the way to the top of the hill here, inside the door we go. And this one's pretty easy, actually. We're going to go ahead and talk to both of these guys. I don't think you need to, though. Really, you just need to pull out your breaker blaster, which can be found in the arsenal of your favorite scavenger. In our case, we got Ray out. And we'll go ahead and bust her out, bust down this door. And then we've got a little push switch. We haven't seen a lot of those, at least not today. Oh, not until after we use the net launcher, though. Go ahead and going up. We'll go ahead and blast the net on the wall there. Up top we go. Lock on to the old push switch. Flip it all the way around, a full 360. And booyakashow. It should turn the hot water cold. And they run out of there, leaving a nice clear path to that Kyber brick. So we'll go ahead and drop, I guess, yeah, drop down and around, out and into the shower. Look at that. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You know, there's rumors. I've been hearing people talk about, at least in my chat during the streams, that the next Lego game might be Disney related. I don't think the Sesame Street falls into that category, but, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing like a Bert and Ernie and some other Big Bird. We've seen them in the past, like they got minifigs and stuff. They have sets for Sesame Street, right? That'd be kind of fun to see that. I'd love to see just like an all-world, you know, everybody included kind of thing. Kind of like Lego Dimensions was, but without the toys. All right, hey, I got ahead of myself here, or behind myself. Needed to come out that door that we got that last Kyber brick in. Use the breaker blaster to bust open this wall, and inside there's just a brick waiting to be yours. So go ahead and swoop in and collect it. And next up, we're going to grab this one called Secret Silver. This one's actually just hiding behind, it's actually trying to take me the wrong way here. It's just hiding in a corner, really, all the way down. And luckily for me, I had done a scouting run because there's another Kyber brick pretty close in the area that I do go and grab that it wasn't showing on my map right now. So it would have been something that I'd had to come back later for. Well, maybe even buy a rumor. Who knows? All right, destroy the old silver bricks there. Grab the collectible, which happens to be that Kyber brick, and we are out of here. Next up is Launchpad Ledge. Again, this is the one that was not showing up on my map right away. Again, I was a little hesitant to knock stuff down with the force push because I don't want to reveal a porg, which I'm not sure. I didn't even actually look to see if there was a porg on this level. I know there's a Wookiee. I almost called it a walkie. But yeah, here we go. We got all the way back in this northeastern corner. And if it isn't showing, just go ahead and drop down on the ledge. It should be there for you. Launchpad Ledge. Done did. Anybody remember Launchpad McQuack? That's a good one. That's an old reference right there. Woo! All right, we got a couple of guys waiting to be mind controlled, but we're going to go ahead and let them be. We're just going to go ahead and target this brick over here, which, if you notice, there is not a like a quick link or a notation on the screen there. Basically, I use this to get a little bit further to where I wanted to go. We actually run right by the Wookiee that I was just talking about, ironically, and I'm going to pass him by because we're not going to swoop him yet. And look at that, we're going to keep on with the keeping on. We'll be back with a challenge video, likely when we wrap up all of the free roam. It'll probably be one of the first or last videos right after we get done with that stuff. All right, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart here, trying to figure out which way do I go? Which way do I go? We're going to go ahead and target this other door here. Oh, I missed it. Was it the... I missed what it said. Something pan, I think, is it? Anyways, oh, yeah, so we got the handler in here. So this is easy. We actually have two different ways you can do this. We're gonna show you one and tell you the other. Destroy the rock blocking the gap in the old jail cell here. Use the force to lift the fuse. Now, you could put it in that one and then pull the box all the way over to this side, but we're going to skip that because we have a force-using character out. We're actually just going to open the door. Now, you see, I'm like, you could open this door and slide this box over with the camera views there, but really what we want to do is pull out a droid of sorts. We can go ahead and lift him up with the force. And you got to go inside the door and up over onto the top. It's pretty simple, but it is a bit of a funny angle, as we like to say. Simply toggle over to your droid that you lifted up in there once he's up there and grab that Kyber brick. Now, if you really are struggling with that, grab the fuse, put it in this side, and then drag that box all the way over, and so you can basically jump up and in. Like I said, there's multiple ways to do things in this level, and, you know, the choice is yours. All right, next up, I'm like, again, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Normally, there's like stuff that kind of leads up, and it's like one leads to the next, to the next, to the next. They're right by each other, whatever. These are all clustered together, and there's some that are like inside buildings, some that are on top. And what is up with this guy? This guy's supposed to be a rumor giver. He's supposed to be like, you know, the beat on the street kind of a thing. And he ain't telling me nothing. And this happened in my PS4 scouting run, too. It clearly shows that he is an informational point. You know, a rumor spreader, if you will, and he didn't give me nothing. Wouldn't even give me the icon to talk. All right, so we've tagged the brick behind him now. We've ran into a little canyon area. There are 4 targets that need to be destroyed, and as you can see, all 4 of them are pretty easily spotted. Now, I yeeted a saber to show you that it could be done, but I highly recommend using somebody with a blaster, preferably a bounty hunter, because they do sort of lock on, and plus they shoot 3 times, so you have, you know, 3 times the chance to hit the target. All right, target done did. We're going to go ahead and collect this Kyber brick, and the Red Rock Shootout is officially done. Now, don't get that confused with like a targeting place. It's just a cool name. We have targets that we need to do, or I guess shooting galleries, part of a challenge too. We'll collect those later. We've already got a couple of them as we've made our way through because they need to be done in order to finish an area up. But we'll merge those all together in a later date. All right, this one is pretty simple, but you might find yourself looking around for quite a while if you don't pay attention to the pluggable icon, which is that purple arrow. Now, for us, all we had to do was shoot that top layer up there. And basically, the reason for that ledge is going to be where we put our droid. And we're going to collect ourselves a Nintendo Entertainment System controller. It's wireless, though. Now, I don't know why. Those things just totally look like NES controllers. Man. I bring it up every time. I'll stop. I'll stop. Or I won't. One of the two. All right, opens the door, collect that brick, and factory seal. That's kind of funny that comics everywhere, right, in here. I don't know if you noticed that, too. We destroyed a bunch of them on the ledge there. And factory sealed, sort of a term used for, like, collecting things, right? All right, this next one right here. When I was doing my PS4 run, you guys, I'm embarrassed to say this. I was stumped for about 5 minutes. Like, I was like, how on earth do you get up there? Like, I hadn't played in a few days, and I certainly wasn't in my right mind. I hadn't slept very well, and it was a long day that day. I forgot all about the grapple feature, which now that I have it out, it's like the easiest brick on the map. But, yeah, it was kind of a fun fact for you, or a little brain fart, or Brian fart in my case, huh? All right, we go ahead and use the grapple all the way over, and then just simply drop down. For us, we push the circle button, circle, to go ahead and drop down onto that ledge. So feel free to do the same. All right, next up, we've got another kind of tricky or funny angled brick. This one's down in this hatch area here. We're going to use the old droid and Jedi combo yet again. Now, in the past, I've actually put the droid or a character on top of a box, lifted the box up, and tried to do the swap-a-roo while they were in the box. That's not going to happen today. As I get lost in the buttons there for a hot second, we're going to go ahead and just basically drop both characters down, making sure one has the Force and one is a droid. Go ahead and lift them up. If you've tagged the brick in the area, it should give you kind of an arrow telling you where it is. Simply hover into it. As soon as you feel like you are inside the brick, toggle over to your other character, and it should collect that one, giving us the Pipe Dream brick. Back out we go, and right around the corner should be, I believe, yep, it's a Gonk droid. And I can't remember. It's not Gonkatine. It's like, what's the name of this guy? Anyways, we'll go ahead and mark it up, and we're going to unlock the 8D8 character. It's Gonketta. Ah, how could I forget her? All right, for the Greater Gonk mission. That's a pretty fun way to call it, huh? There's a little word play there for like the greater good, the Greater Gonk. And this one is simple. We just have to protect her. It's Gonketta. I'm assuming it's well, I guess I shouldn't judge or guess anything. Anyways, we're going to follow the old Gonk droid all the way down and protect them. How about that? And along the way, we find a rumor here, but I don't think it gives us any new information. I think it was something relevant to a task we had already did. Take out a couple of troopers there, and then we're back at it. So I believe there are 3 hot spots where we got to protect them. And every one should have some of these explodey barrels. I highly recommend using them, whether you toss a saber at them, let them explode, pick them up, yeet them at the back. However you prefer, get them done did. And let's see, here they are, bye-bye. All right, we've got a little bit more of a journey going. You can always hop on the Gonk as well, and it'll take you right to the next destination, and you can it'll pop you off when you get there. But look at that, we're already to the next one, so... I desperately tried to pick up that explodey barrel down there, but I was not having any luck. So you can see I'm grabbing like everything but the barrel. So I even grabbed 3PO. Look at that. What is going on here? All right, so I just get up close and personal, give him the old cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. It's been a while since we've given him the business. And, all right, a couple of these guys down. Geonosians? Is that am I accurate there? Sometimes I ask questions just to get you guys to interact in the comment section. I didn't know that, did you? That's a real question, though. That is a real question. There's a lot of times where, like, years will go by, too. Like, I will have made some sort of comment, like, hey, don't forget to tell me this. And then somebody, like, people will tell me. And then, like, years later, I'll be like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I set that up. So Right? Like, you know, sometimes it's good to ask questions because I know a lot of you know the answers, and, you know, we like to interact with you guys, so. All right, so we are officially taking out the third group, and I do believe this is the final group, but it is, that's pretty well fortified. They keep spawning, at least it seems that way. There's probably 10 or 15 of them, and I think more coming out the front door right now. Yeah, I was trying to hop on the old Gonky. Not today, buddy. Like, no, not giving rides right now. Insert coin, please. All right, I think we're good to go now. Maybe? My confidence is short. All right, we'll go ahead and follow him in. At this point, I think we just go in. He busts a left, hops on, gives us a little story, and hops onto one of his little gonk pads. And I think that's all she wrote. Maybe. We'll find out. Yeah, it is. It totally is. All right, we're getting close to that next red brick. Ooh, data card stud multiplier. Look at that. Bad habit showing through right there. We almost have that 384 million, which will allow us to purchase that final times 10 brick and give us the 3,840 total multiplier. So we will not be in any need of studdage after we get that. I mean, not likely anyways. All right, we defended one more room. I was wrong. We had to defend the control room. Now he runs over and hops on after a quick conversation. Stranger and Gonketta have reached destination. Woot! All right, he hops on. The door goes open, and look at that. Celebrate. Oh, look at that. 8D8. Ooh, all right. Didn't think that was going to rhyme, but it actually did. All right, next up, we are going to make our way out of this area. We'd already been here once. We're actually going to take on the data card. I was just talking about data, so let's go ahead and swoop one up. This one is actually fairly weird to get to. It's not hard. It's just kind of, I don't know, the handhelds are kind of hidden, but basically if you tag it, it takes you right to the base, and then you kind of get the idea of where you need to go from there. We'll show you, though. Don't worry, don't worry. I love this GPS waypoint marker system. We are going to need the help of the old net cannon here, the net launcher. We're going to need our favorite scavenger. We'll go ahead and switch on over. I don't know why I'm actively trying to, like, destroy the wall there, but I guess I'm just getting stuff out of the way. I don't like debris. All right, we'll go ahead and there we go. We got some nets on the wall. We are up and away. Up to the handhelds, and then a little bit of a wonky jump here. Another wonky jump there, and then on the flip side of this area, it's gonna guide us all the way around. See what I'm saying? Like, this is really weird. Now we got to drop down. Like, you got to have a tremendous amount of faith in this GPS waypoint system. And luckily for me, I do. I drop down. Ooh, a bluesy. This is a little bit of a funny angle jump there, but look at that. We've got ourselves some handhelds now. We're gonna go ahead and use those. Hippa to the hoppa all the way to the toppa. And look at that. That data card's just chilling there waiting for you. Hopefully you make the jump. That jump can be a little wonkadoo, but all right, we are almost halfway. We're basically halfway. I mean, right? 9 doesn't have, like, I mean, 18, I guess, would be halfway. So we're almost halfway. All right, we got another brick targeted here, and it's garbage day. There's lots of garbage truck sounds outside. I don't know if the mic can pick that up or not. I hope it doesn't, but... All right, this was a weird choice by me to go ahead and put the glider on and just jump off to the left. Really, I tagged the wrong brick at first, but here we go. We're going to go ahead and drop down on this lower ledge, and we're going to need a character with the Force. And there is a crate, and you might have guessed that by the name of the mission, Canyon Crate Conundrum. Basically, you need to lift it up and smack the 4 switches. All of them are easy except for number 2 that I just did right there. It's a little bit of an angle. You kind of have to hit the corner of the box, which makes it a little bit weird when adjusting using the Force. But hopefully you guys will get that easily, just like I did. Crate will open, and booyakashow. No conundrum here, sir. No conundrum here. All right, I'm going to use the old toggle feature to get back up top on that rock just because my other guy was hanging out up there. Hopefully you will have similar luck. On the back side of this same rock, we're going to look, and we're going to find ourselves, if you look, there's a couple of twirly poles on the wall, and if you really look, there's one down on the ground. Now, I was waiting for my guy to come and catch up with me, but you know how that works. They're never there when you need them, but they're always there when they're in the way. Like, it's just kind of how it works, and that's no shot at the developers or anything. It's just my bad luck, I'm assuming. All right, get close enough. You should be able to lift it up using the Force, slap it into place, and now we can go ahead and spin to win and get over to this side, which I'm going to mark a brick here in a second. Got a little button happy again. I wasn't sure which one it was. all the way over. Here we go, and we get attacked by a bunch of these guys, but we're just going to run right by them and do the old wall run, which I failed on my first go. And, of course, here we go. We're out on this ledge. You can see there was a zip line down to the right behind us there, and we're going to use that, but I'm going to tag this brick first. Now, here we are in another situation where you could probably zip line down, grab this brick, and then pull out a glider and glide over to a brick. Kyber in the canyon. Dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, so glider. I think we're going to pull out our glider here. Highly recommend. Glider to the rider. Glider to the rider. Nope, we don't want to go back up here. Glider to the rider. We should have done that. Now, yes, 3PO drops down because I'm pretty sure there's another brick somewhere here. But as it turns out, it's actually down on the ground level inside the rock area. So, again, that up top where my Jedi, where Anakin was, you could have jumped over. And, you know, with that being said, a little fun fact for you. We actually come back up here and use the glider. And I believe that's the last brick we get. If I'm being totally honest, I did the scouting run a few days before I did the actual recording, and then it's been a couple of days since I did the recording too. So just time hasn't worked out for me to be able to cut this audio, but I wanted to get it done before Saturday because that's release day. All right, I'm running around trying to find the opening to get in here. As you can see, it's not directing me the right way, but as it turns out, I actually just dropped down too far. Now, I said ground level, but that's sort of up for speculation because it's kind of in the mid-range level here, but it also sort of ground level depending on where you are in the area. So inside, though, nonetheless, we're going to find a gold box and melt it down with your favorite bounty hunter and pick up that Geonosian gold. You know I love me some gold. All right, don't get to say that as much as I used to because the Kyber bricks are Kyber. They're not gold, right? All right, this next one is pretty easy. It's up top on this little mountain spot here. And there are a handful of handhelds that are hiding. It's a little game of hide and seek. And we'll go ahead and take out 2 of them on the right side there. And I think we actually jump up there. Then we find the last one. And then I think I fumbled the jump. And then I end up pulling out a bounty hunter and using the grapple feature to get all the way to the top. And I think that's how it ends. Because, yeah, you definitely need the grapple. I mean, you might be able to make that jump. That was pretty close. But, I mean, you could sit there all day and try to prove me wrong. Or you could just pull out a grappler and grapple up there. Now, look at that. That's right. We're going up there. We're going to collect the brick. And look at that. We're 17 bricks in. There's only 25, so we're getting pretty close. Next up is actually not too far away from us, Cliffside climbing. So we're down in the southwest kind of section of the map there, which is its own little area. You can see it's basically straight ahead of us, almost even with our elevation here. But we're going to go ahead and drop down and run all the way over. There you can see it's up top, and we need to use that zip line to get there. So how are we going to get up there? Well, as it turns out, there is a net launcher spot there on the wall. There's also a box that you could use the Force to lift with. Or there's also some grapple handles up there that you could probably use. A grappler. But you got to be sly about it. You got to jump up and then hit it when the icon pops up. So a little bit of a funny angle. You might move that box and stand on it if you're not getting high enough. And simply use the handhelds to get all the way up there and then jump up and zip line down. Woo to the who. Guess what, Kyber Brick? We just swooped you. Cliffside climbing done did. All right, now down below, we've got some stud edge. I'm going to fly over here and collect this. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. Look, I mean, we're getting close. We're 23 million or so away from being able to purchase our final multiplier, which is going to be glorious. All right, so here we are at the top of the hill, well, middle of the hill, and we're going to go ahead and target this brick. I think I get a little bit messed up with the location stuff here. I had a little, I don't know why, my my Google Maps wasn't working very well. Nah, it's Brian error here. But basically, we're going to run up to the guy here. And instead of talking to him, I thought about it for a hot second. But really, we got to find these handhelds that allow us to get up there. So it's kind of a funny angle. Look, you can see there's studs up behind him there on the wall. There's also a rumor in here. We'll go ahead and talk to Buddy. So Creature Calamity, that's coming up soon. We got to go take out 3 of those. It's kind of like, we've already done it once before. We got to take out 3 of the animals. I think it's a good time to go ahead and ride those guys too, but I don't know. All right, we're going to go ahead and use our favorite bounty hunter, Django, to go ahead and jump up onto this ledge where these studs are. Now, you might think that you're stuck or lost, but if you jump over onto this ledge and look up behind you, look at that. There's actually some handhelds to grapple to. So, definitely tricky or sneaky, cheeky as we might call it sometimes. But look at that. We're going to go and scale all the way over, drop down, and Big Bluff is ours. All right, now remember, buddy, down below that we needed a android to talk to because we don't speak that language. Well, guess what? We got our protocol droid out. We're going to go ahead and mark this guy, and it's for Koon? Koon? Plo? I don't know how to say his name. Notice they added the Jedi icon next to the Jedi text there. That's something that was new, but a recent update, I think, added that. All right, Free Your Mind is the name of this mission. And once we complete it, we're going to get that Plo-Koon? Plow-Koon? All right, I give up. All right, so the goal here is basically we just got to travel to Naboo space. As you may have guessed, along the way, we're going to be attacked by a bunch of peoples. And, of course, because this is a free roam video, I have actually edited out all of the travel sequence there. So it's going to load a lot faster on my end than yours, but just know that that was all done in the editor, not in the game. It's not like my console is running faster than yours or something like that. It's just literally been edited out. All right, now, I have noticed that these space battles are actually pretty easy, and in the past I've given you tips that as soon as you start, shoot immediately, because guys usually flow right across your crosshairs, giving you the opportunity to take them down early, and usually you can pick a left or a right way, and they'll kind of swoop with you, so you can usually take out 2, 3, 4 guys within the first, like, 3 or 4 seconds, which is crazy easy. This one, not the case. In fact, the next couple of sections seemingly are way harder than all the rest. So I don't know if maybe the update changed some of the interaction. See, like, look, they're all flowing to the left, but they all scattered, and I couldn't quite lock on like I usually seem to, and I still was able to take a couple down, but look, now they're all scattered, and like before, you kind of floated around in a circle, and they were all kind of clumped up and easy to get. Now they're just like, one's left, one's down, one's up, one's left, one's up, one's right. You know, they're back and forth and over and forth and back and forth, and you get the point. But there are 12 here, so go ahead and irradi all 12 baddies. And once you do, see, look, I can't even lock, like, I probably should have got the tone and just launched some proton torpedoes at them. That's right, I told you in the last video I seen Top Gun Maverick. I got tone. All right, so Boyuka Shao, both of them were wounded, and they took themselves out, so we are good to go. All right, that should be it as far as taking out the baddies. I think we are at our final... Yep, look at that. We are at our final destination. Now, keep in mind, too, this is a new area. We have not taken out Naboo space yet, so therefore, there is a Kyber brick comet meter up top. We're going to avoid that. In fact, we're just going to wait for the old star icon to pop up. Once it does, we're just going to flow right over to them and have a quick little conversation. Yep. Hold up. We got your boy. It's all good. No worries. And as a result, we're actually going to get rewarded with a token. And, okay, come on. Usually I speed through all this. I'm not sure why this got so much play, but, all right, Free Your Mind. Officially complete. And give us that token, please. And thank you. All right. Plo-Koon? Hopefully I'm saying that right. I know about 5 of you will tell me if I'm right or wrong, so... let the commenting begin. All right, back to Stalgasin Hive, where you can see looks like we need about 6 more bricks, and I think 1 more character token, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. Yep, 1 more character token. All right, I had to pull back my my timeline there. It was a little zoomed in. All right, we've officially got our boots on the ground again, and we're going to go ahead and make our way towards a Kyber brick. Now, there is a little bit of a display glitch here, you guys. I'm not sure why. As you guys know, we just completed that character token quest. Why it is still showing there is a character token available, I am not sure, but I am so unsure that I target it and I actually run all the way over to that area just to get a peek at it myself. Plus, I wanted to prove to you guys that, you know, we did it and there wasn't some weird edit or something like that. Like, it's literally a display glitch. This should not be here. Once we get that final character token, we will have all 3 of them. I think there's 3 in this area. Yeah, so like, he's not there. Like, what? And it's still showing on the map. So, weird stuff. not really explainable, but we'll go ahead and keep on with the keeping on. So next up, we're going to target the doorway sort of on the mid-left side. I say middle as far as up and down, and the left side as far as right and left. So go ahead and tag that. I think it was the Droid Factory, I think was the name of it. In fact, you'll know you're at the right place because there is a couple of droids out front. We're going to go ground pound them, butt slam, and in the door we go. In here, we actually need to activate a switch. I recommend switch to a character with the Force because you can actually use the switch from a distance. You don't have to get up close and personal. Then it's going to do this little sequence here where it's showing you the old conveyor belt. You guys remember that from the old Looney Tunes? Anyways, once we get control again, basically it's a game of match 'em up. As you can see here, we've got the head of our clone trooper, and we need to match the body. So it's basically head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? So you're going to want to time it right and stop it so that you get all the white panels. Basically, the white cards are the ones you want. So no red and no black, just the white. That will actually build up the battle droid, and you should be able to, move on and collect your brick. Droids in disarray. Now you can see we've officially made him. Look at that. He's got a Kyber brick, and I think he's going to yeet it through the window. Yeah. Boy, that doesn't look like very good safety glass, but we won't hit up OSHA and worry about that. All right, droids of disarray, or in disarray, done did array. Did already. Huh? No. Okay, boo. All right, I'll stop. I promise. Moving along, we've got ourselves the final character token. And this one's kind of nudged in here amongst some bricks. And as you can see here, I actually targeted on accident the Kyber brick. And sort of on accident, I guess. I get over here and I realize I'm not ready to collect that yet. So we're going to go ahead and do the character. So although it showed for a hot second the wrong thing, I got it corrected. All right, we're going to go ahead and step up to the trooper here. The clone captain, it says. So... all right, creature Calamity. All right, we got this. We talked about this a minute ago. So there are 3 locations that have a giant creature, and you need a depleter demeter. That's it. That's all you need to do. Actually, I take that back. Each location has a person you need to speak with after you have taken out the baddie, too. So a couple of easy tasks to do. I recommend using the old bounty hunter, again, is because he's got that triple blaster. It moves really fast. And I also recommend just sort of lazily leaning to the left. So the old Han Solo trick here, right? We just kind of strafe slowly to the left and maybe kind of backwards too. And as you can see, that meter's gone. Bye. All right, so he's done did. We're going to go ahead and have a quick conversation, and we'll move on to location number 2. And he says something like, yeah, thanks. Look at that. He's out of there. Ain't nothing faster than pew. He was out of there. Did you see that? That's true, too. I don't know if you know that. Fun fact, there ain't nothing faster than pew, right? I mean, there's things that are fast, pew, zing, but ain't nothing faster than pew. That's just fact. All right. Little JB Smooth for you. I don't know if anybody knows where that came from, but it's a pretty good set from comedian JB Smooth, comedian actor JB Smooth. All right, let's see here. Aclay! This guy is the least favorite of mine. He's got lots of legs and lots of area to hit him with, and I seemingly do pretty good damage. 27s, 29s, 25s, all the way through. But it's still kind of a funny angle, so I'm not a huge fan of him. But look at that. We got him done dead. We're going to go ahead and have a conversation, and then it's on to the next location. Ready? Pew! He's out of there, too. I mean, I don't know what's going on with their foot speed, but I could use some of that about now. All right, last but not least, we got to go take down, is it Reek? I can't remember what the name of this one is, but what am I doing? Oh, yeah, potential rumor here. It doesn't look like we got any new news. So, again, a lot of those rumors are probably relevant to things that we've already done in the area. So that's one thing I'd like to see TT Games do, is that because the rumors are there and available to you, once you do the task that the rumor is relevant to, those rumors should disappear. It's not misleading, kind of getting you to think that there's something new or fun to, right? There's more to do. No, there isn't. You just got a rumor of something you already knew about. All right. Oh, it's Nexu. That's right. We already did Reek. All right. My bad. All right, so we just got to get up close and personal. This guy goes the fastest. In fact, I think I got a little bit of a glitch here. I was juggling them. It's like Street Fighter style here. You guys ever do that in Street Fighter? Get like Ken or Ryu and get him in the corner. Just like pin him in the corner. Oh, man. Or even Chun-Li with the kicks. Man, that was bad business. People hated me. I won a lot, but people hated me. All right, so Clone Captain approves. Creature Calamity is officially over, and we get the Clone Trooper Captain token. Woot! All right, so another one added to our arsenal. Now we're going to use the handhelds to get up top here, and once we do, we're going to turn around and take a quick peek. Oh, wait, we got grapples. We're going up even higher. Come on, baby, let's get higher. And now we're stuck. Now what? Oh, look at this. We got a nice little turnaround. So we've been up here before. This is where that grapple brick that I was a little unsure how to get is. And to be honest with you, I got a fun fact for you. I actually jumped off this ledge with Django and his jetpack and did not make it out there. So I definitely recommend switching to the old scavenger with the glider because it's so much easier. Go ahead and drop it like it's hot when you get above. And Bricky in the middle. Is that a Malcolm in the middle? Bricky in the middle? Like, I'm not sure. There might be like another reference I'm not catching, but I felt like that was a Malcolm in the Middle reference there, which is kind of funny. All right, next brick is the Factory Overlook. So another one up top, and we're going to go back up. You guys remember this spot. We took out all the debris down low. We pulled out a scavenger with the old net launcher, got a couple nets on the wall, and then, of course, climbed all the way to the top. There was that gold, the Geonosian gold brick, Kyber brick right there in that room to our right. So we've definitely been here earlier. This is the route we took to get to the data card and a couple of other things. And at that time, we weren't actually showing these bricks available, or if we were, we chose to avoid them. So we're back up here now. Like I said, there's a lot of upsy, downsy, leftsy, rightsy in this. A little bit of a scatterbrain. But we get them all. It's pretty easy, really. There's probably a little bit of back and forth. But Factory Overlook, done did. Now, this next one is way up top. I'm surprised that one wasn't called the Factory Overlook. Skyward Spire is a pretty good name, too. Pretty simple to get there. You're just going to have to glide back across. And once we get over there, we've got a couple of twirly poles that take us a little up higher. And then eventually we get to like a handheld ring that we actually jump up onto. And then finally one last twirly pole that allows us to kind of yeet ourselves out. A little bit of a danger warning here. And if you don't like heights, definitely not your favorite brick. But all the way up top there, you can see you're just going to want to make sure that you jump towards it. Spin to win, and here we go. Let her rip. Oh, yeah. Skyward Spire done did, too. All right, so we only have a couple more bricks. We got Hard Rock, which is next. And then, of course, we've also got the final brick that's up behind where we spawned, the one that I've talked about a couple times. So if you took my advice earlier and jumped off with the glider over to that far sider, you might actually already have the 25th brick. If you didn't, if you've been following along and just doing what I do, then you got two more to get. This one's like super simple. It's tucked in here. It's a little nook and cranny. Look at that. We'll go ahead and Hard Rock is ours. And, of course, last but not least, we have a little bit of a journey to go back up higher. And then we got to glide across a big gap to get the final one. But there's another way. There's another way. All right, so watch this. We're going to go ahead and do some crazy parkouring. So there's like a couple ways to get up here. You've already seen a couple of them. This way is the one I was talking about. At the very beginning of this video, I mentioned this, that there's a path I choose to take that's probably not the easiest. Very doable, but not the easiest. All right, so we need to get up to that. Remember where we ziplined to that brick earlier? There it is. There's the zipline. There's the final brick we need. We got to get back up there. So we can actually choose to run around, kind of follow the data card path, and go up there like we had done before using the net launcher, come up, go up and around, and then jump down, and then we'd be actually right up above where we are now. We are going to try a different route. So we are basically right to the left of the spawn where you land on the planet. And check this out. Watch this. I'm going to get my Yeetin grapple on. I jump out, jump across, and I find myself getting to a grapple point. Oh, but see what I'm saying? Like, probably not the smoothest or easiest. And then what I do is I actually go up. And I probably made this way harder than I needed to. Because, again, I'm just making my way back around. We just were where the data card was. And there's a couple of ways to get up here, and I'm choosing the hardest way to do it. So grapple all the way up and around, and then we got to get to those twirly poles. We're almost to the twirly poles, guys. There you go. So right below us is that Geonosian gold, and this is probably the way I'd recommend. See, there's the handhelds. That's probably the way I would have come up. And I'm looking around kind of confused, like not sure which way do I go. Which way do I go? And, of course, having the old jetpack helps get up and around. But you're going to need a wall runner here. So definitely switch to a Jedi or a scavenger. Get your wall run on. And now we're going to go ahead and use the zip line. Whew. That was way tougher than it should have been. Again, I apologize for that. Normally, I'm way gooder about stuff like that. Not this time. Luckily, though, you guys have already been up here a couple of times. Seen a couple of different ways to get here. So you guys can choose which path you want if you're struggling with that. So, all right, officially flown the gap here. We're going to go ahead and collect our final brick, and landing pad lookout is officially ours, ruling this area. Done did. All right, so, ooh, look at that. We're over halfway on the Kyber bricks total, which is pretty sweet. And we still got that character token showing out there. But look, we legit have 25, 25, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. There is no foolery happening here. We didn't do any screenshots, edits, or nothing. It's literally just the pause menu. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful, even though there was a couple of whoopsie daisies. And hopefully all the rest will be much clearer and easier. But hey, guys, don't forget to check us out on social media. If you haven't already, please check out HappyThumbsGaming.com. As for me, guys, that's going to do it. As always, until next time... See ya.